Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. All right. I'm in love. Why did I never think of giraffes with slinky dink necks? I mean, that's what people used to think giraffes did in order to go ahead and, evolve their long necks and have children who would have long necks. Before we kind of grasped onto the concept of Gen-NECK-tics. That's gonna have to, where's my notes? I need to put that down. Giraffe Gen-NECK-tics. Like, of course, that just, oh my gosh, Gen-NECK-tics. That's going to have to be the focus of what we're going to be doing here today in the full release of the arrival of 2 Point Museum's ZOOseum adventures. Hello everyone. I was so excited that I did basically everything but finally let myself dive in with all of you and see what we could do with our little giraffe friend as we go ahead. I mean, not just our giraffe friend, but we also have our birds. We have so many different things. I'm so excited. I was too excited. That's why it took me so long. But we're here. Deep breath. We're here and we're going to be making this happen. The taming of the zoo, where we are going to be doing more research and trying to figure out just what's going on with all of the wonders of these creatures. Especially because after a little experimenting, I learned that we're not going to learn more about things like our carnival. Oh my gosh, is that their poop? Okay, we're also probably going to need to get more people assigned to like taking care of them. We're probably going to need a lot more wildlife experts. People are also really hungry and we talked about making snacks for them. But I want to work on getting our wildlife buzz up so that we can talk to Mr. Silverbottom, who does happen to be somewhere, I'm pretty sure. But for now, I guess if people are that hungry, we can at the very least go ahead and we can, ooh, the slushy kiosk! Okay, let's be a little clever about this. Let's go ahead and let's make sure that we put this somewhere our employees are likely to be closer to. Like, for instance, why don't we just put a couple of the kiosks, well, not these kiosks, the nice fancy ones, we're putting those outside, but we'll put in a pulpation machine real quick, just to like, come and get your grub and your drinks so that you don't expire while you're waiting for me to go ahead and actually get it so that I can show you all the cool creatures and other museum exhibits that we're going to need to be putting all over the place soon. Also, maybe, okay, look, I have this thing where I really do feel it is very, very important to offer water to anyone who might need a little drink, because it's not a good thing to let people go thirsty. They need to make sure that they too have access to fresh water. And maybe I'll even make a little like fish tank soon and give some sort of speech about like, yes, and this is why you should make sure that you are like taking care of the rivers and the environments. But all right, so welcome to the full release of the ZOOseum expansion, where we are gonna have so many creatures to explore. Oh, I have all of the goosebumps of joy. I'm so glad I waited so long to try that taste tester of the new DLC, because I knew I was going to lose it once we finally started seeing what was available. And sure enough, look at all of these exhibits we have to fill in. I want to discover all of them. We also, I think, may have some other stickers and things to work on. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, our sticker book is going to need a little bit of attention. We'll work on that soon. For now, it seems as though we're still making a profit for now. I have a big smile on my face because that's for now, but we did get a great cash reward for showing off the Twisted Torso statue. Excellent to see how all of the old art and penny pinching from the founders, well, I guess I'm the founder now, sort of, from the Silverbottom Estates has helped to add some pennies into our wishing well of luck, which probably could actually have like real magicians and wizards working in it soon, since that's also, I can't believe, like fantasy and ZOOseum. This is just fantastic. This is just absolutely fantastic. But all right, so now we need to go ahead and have 200 wildlife buzz. I think we do have an empty small terrarium. And we could go ahead and just adopt a spineless toad really quickly. But I think, don't we have a male snake? And our snakebite snake? We do! So we found a snakebite snake, and I wanted to learn more about them. Increase knowledge by treating animals in the wildlife welfare with an expert qualified in animal analysis. So I thought that we could get knowledge by getting that deconstructor. Turns out, thankfully, we do not put live animals, if they're not fish, I guess, into the deconstructor. Instead, the reanimator is where we will be learning more about them. So I wonder if I need to have my animal experts have a special skill in order to do that. Is that like something I can train them in? All right, where is an available animal? Okay, all of you have training. I am not sure if that's something they need to have specifically, or if it, oh no, dang it. I missed it before we managed to go ahead and snag it. But I mean, we could get, that's only 10 buzz on the cabin snail. All right, look, maybe we could just like make the cabin snail a little bit more interesting by getting a bit more buzz. It doesn't have any decoration nor perks. So maybe I can decorate. Look at that, the safari planters. Yes, please. And a small safari planter. Oh, of course, we haven't even decorated this at all. So do I decorate inside? I'm kind of like squinting. I guess it's just the decorations around it are going to be what will affect it, which I can totally work with. We can figure out where we're going to go with that. Because like a magnifying glass that you could look through. And let's get a fun shade of green to celebrate the ZOOsum, and also that I love the color green. But I love the idea that like we try to have mildly interactive exhibit areas with like, oh look, you can look through these microscopes to see the different types of plants and maybe like learn a little bit more about them, friends. Also, geez, I need more windows and possibly more plants. I'm never going to complain very much about having more plants to choose from. Let's see, then maybe we'll get some rows of plants to kind of show like, well, what the animals might need to eat. Also, we need to name them! I keep forgetting about that because it's just all so exciting. But I guess one thing at a time helps us to take good care of all of our critters. I mean, I say that, but you should see when my beloved husband comes in when I've been trying to clean up after our guinea pigs. It's like, darling, why is this here? Why is that there? And I make a little bit of a mess just trying to keep up with all of the different things I want to do for our guinea pigs. All right, let's see. Maybe a few more decorations around here. And because we're getting the buzz up, but slowly, because obviously we're not doing anything super fancy yet. So we have the little safari planters. They're so cute. Oh my word. All right, that's pretty darn cute. We can put that as like a, almost like a wall, I guess, to sort of make a divider. There we go. And that increases the buzz. I wonder. All right, let's move this over a little. Did I forget to put, I forgot to put trash cans too. Huh. So people are literally just throwing their things on the ground right now instead of like throwing them in the recycling. Oh, wait, no, I know I would put trash cans in. You guys are just lazy. Put it in here for crying out loud. All right, where was I? And I guess it'd be better if we moved these as plant dividers over a little, because people are indeed going to want to be able to look at the sides of our wonderful snake. And I'm gonna have to figure out what kind of cool name we're gonna give him. Also, we do have the snake fountain. I have almost never used this snake fountain, and it is really cool looking, so maybe we'll put it over. It doesn't really fit. Okay, look, nothing fits. Like, we just threw everything kind of together for the moment, so this will be fine. All right, And it's also very fancy, so I'm sure that'll help. We have some wooden torches we could put down. Spore Garden has been unlocked! Through what chaos? I'm not sure, but we have done it, friends. So, I mean, that makes me pretty happy. All right, let's see. I'm gonna put this here. And I guess, how are we doing on the decoration buzz now? So, getting there on the decoration buzz. Goodness gracious. I'm just really happy. Because I'm realizing that not everything is going to be jungly. When you have over here, like the cabin snail, that actually is more of a home sort of feeling. However, this does look kind of like snail shells. I wonder, I probably need to change the way that the marble flooring might need to come on up so that I can go ahead and start making some decorations with it. And I feel like maybe a little sign somewhere just to point people, like the cute little garden sign to maybe point people to like more plants outside. Okay, I think we may have maxed out some of the decorations. Let's see. Cabin snail, do you have a preference? Wants to live in a small terrarium. Okay. And then what about you, my wonderful snake bite snake friend? You are getting a little hungry. Oh, you wanted the customized name. Okay, so Chomper is a little bit too on the nose. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Chomper because I just remembered the cute T-Rex baby from an In the Land Before Time episodes. And so in honor of that, maybe I'll put something prehistoric in here. My siblings and I used to love that show when we were itty bitty. So let's see. I feel like that could be a nice addition. Trying to blend together our prehistoric snake, or our snake and the prehistory stuff that might entail, with a cabin snail, I'm beginning to realize, is a little trickier than I thought it might be, but we can make it happen. And then we do have the rocks. I'm trying to kind of hide these big old giant rocks that give you the sound just a touch so that it feels even more sort of jungle nature-y over here. People, for crying out loud, that's literally a trash can right here. I guess, do we have enough janitors? We do have Giles, who is literally right here. All right, so he counts as a janitor. He's cleaning things up. I think we're gonna make him aerodynamic so that he can kind of pick up the pace a little, helping to sweep up this litter. And for an area that I know we are going to be changing in the future, I think if we need to get like some of the big buzz, we'll put down a bone belt map. And I think actually that didn't get our wildlife display buzz up as high as I thought it would. Gasp! All right, how could I think the answer is getting more animals. People are beginning to come here, probably not to see the animals, but I mean, that's what they're going to get. They probably came here, I guess they're starting to come for some of the wildlife stuff, but also people probably are coming to the estates to say that they're a long lost cousin coming for the money. All right, let's go back to the heat line though, because if we can find another spyglass giraffe, we will be able to go and hopefully have a friend. We don't know how to breed them or if that's even a thing we can do just yet. We have a unnamed globe-trotting Manny Mayonnaise who does love being, let's see, a globetrotter. All right, we're gonna have you drop off of tours and hopefully not run into a sinkhole or a heat wave. Oh dear. And hopefully you can have a nice speedy trip off to the heat line. I'm proud that we've been remembering to at least think about the money aspect of things. There's even a little bit of a profit going on because I have managed to forget about making some of the gigantic expeditions and expensive purchases. Whoa! A gift giver churns out cheer like a caffeinated elf, making every moment a present. Some people love giving gifts, but this machine was literally made for it. What did I just tell you guys about people coming to petition to say that they are a distant family member to the estates, to this rare fortune? That is part of the winter update that has just arrived. And you know what? I think we're gonna make it so that we can put it off into a cute little corner, and we can say that is, or like we'll put it over here perhaps, that is people coming to petition for the idea that they're actually related to the Silverbottom family. You see, they're copper toe. or nickel nose. Oh, look at you! It's a zig zebra! It also enjoys being in a sparse desert and is an herbivore, sharing that space with the spring-necked giraffe. They too hate sharing an enclosure with sickly animals. You guys are really like... I mean, I guess they just want to make sure that the herd is healthy. It does currently, unfortunately, have far-flung flu, and it does give guests a little bit of a boost with their natural battery. That's so cute! Let's make sure that we get this one cured up as well. Where did our employee who just left? Oh my gosh, D-Bucket, you scared me, random visitor. Their head was turned so that I thought they just were walking around with a giant bandage on their head. How are you? Oh, good! Our little safari explorer person is still well. Oh, the Spore Garden! Okay, I definitely want to go ahead and explore the Spore Garden very soon. In fact, let's go ahead and at least unlock it. In this vibrant ecosystem, the air has a greenish hue. Oh, I'm so excited. Named for its pleasant habitat, the resident animals enjoy the spoils of air-curdling pollen. There you go. From receiving $10,000 from wildlife donations, I feel like brushing away a tear of pride. And we also unlocked some new things. I absolutely need to see things. Also, apparently, we cannot currently unlock some of these. In the far-flung green, you say? The island's sprawling grasslands may be a comfortable climate for human adventurers, but the local wildlife is more than capable of introducing some character-forming discomfort into the equation. Boy, character-forming discomfort, you say? I think we might want to go ahead and train ourselves up a little bit to be prepared for that one. Woo, okay. But let's see, so oh, and that's right, we can also potentially adopt more animals, but we happen to currently have a lot of the carnivore birds, the carnivultures. I do want to make sure that we are getting some tours going there. I actually think because the buzz is so low on those tours, we're gonna actually move our tour guide down here and possibly... Where should we start? Maybe we'll have the tour guide sort of try to attract people right here. And I love the idea of the tour being about our awesome carnivultures. And then popping over here, it's still apparently got bad buzz and the length is bad. Is that why? Why would that be? What about like this? Is that better? Is that too far apart? Wow. I guess if we're gonna have a lecture about the carnivultures, people don't want to walk that far. They're like, no, that's way too far away. We're gonna need to work on getting the buzz up over there. But I guess we could go ahead and start that. And we have... Let's see what we got. I feel like we need to name this Maddie person, like... What about Spyglass? Oh, look at you! Odd specimen decreases the guest environment. What? Wow, I didn't know they could have like more or less negative traits. That's so fascinating. But we now have our zigzag zebra. It wants to share an enclosure with another zigzag zebra. And oh my word, angled info stands. Every museum man worth his weight in dust knows deep down that displaying animals is cheating. Oh, saying the quiet part out loud. I love that. Animals belch and fall over and perform a bevy of other uncouth delights that the masses find intoxicating. Popularity does not equate to prestige. I see. Foxbridge, I see. However, I will accept being able to create the snake slide and also that money.
And now it's time for another Did You Know? Did you know that guests have been given the chance to see rare and unusual wildlife in a sanctuary-like setting, thanks to a new county initiative? There's nothing rare or unusual to see just yet, but they're saying there's a chance.
I'm working on it, all right? I have some very odd drafts if you're curious. Also, woohoo! I guess, new info stands! Angled info stand. I mean, it looks really cool, so I will absolutely take that. I have no complaints. And then the snake slide. And how do you zoo? I need to start asking people that. I'm having one of my excellent life-consuming ideas. I may not have my pilot license, but your museum staff certainly does. A perfect match, don't you think? Where would we and our mustaches be without our staff? Oh, Giles. I'll join the museum as a sort of expert adventurer. Exploring is in my blood, what's left of it, and I do live here, after all. My great-grandmother was actually the first person ever to fall out of a plane by accident. I am a Willie Silverbottom. There's no mountain in this county I haven't clung to, no beach I haven't washed up on. Do you have a cousin named Gulliver, by chance? No golf club I haven't been forcibly removed from, to the far-flung isles. Oh my gosh. And the health inspector immediately was like, I'm on my way. All right, so now we can make the weed walloper. Now we have, oh my goodness gracious. Now we have cured that new member of our animal family. We are working on making that gift giver as a gift, possibly just in time to, have a Silverbottom come and join us. A school trip and the health inspector are coming. And now we want to make a squeaker phone in the workshop, install one as a terrarium perk. Oh, that's so cool. And complete an expedition to Lion Lowlands or Far-Flung Green and find and display a Felidae exhibit. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm smiling so much right now. Mic up the animals to increase guest entertainment. Oh my gosh. I don't know if we have any terrarium animals that would squeak yet or weak yet. Oh man. So we need to make a medium terrain workshop, or a medium terrain in the workshop. We need to have 2 security guards to go to the Far-Flung Green with us. Let's see, what about, ooh, the Everstream Forest. Verdancy, which, is another wonderful word for greenery, is high and visibility is low in the deep forest. It doesn't stop life though. If anything, everything makes it go bigger and faster. I accept the buzz we have added to our displays that allow us to now have apparently some new plants and a new place to go and explore with new reptiles. There's also apparently a forest fire that will result in fire resistance needed to counter this event. Oh my word. Okay, well then, we're gonna wanna look into that. That's for sure. I also note that the eaten track instead of the beaten track, I suppose. The wide route through the jungle follows the coast and is formed, we need a security guard with level 5 by feeding fauna. Well, that and a bunch of explorers stomping around the place. Oh, so we're gonna need a large terrarium. We're gonna need some time to kind of work on that. We're also gonna need that medium terrarium. We're definitely gonna need more staff, and people are gonna be a little bit, they're gonna think he's an odd specimen, decreases guest entertainment. You know what? I like him though. Oodles. There you go. Oodles, the odd giraffe. I don't know why I chose that name, but I'm not gonna ask questions about it. I'm just gonna say if the guests are bored, they can go ahead and they can play out the troll grab game and then give us some donations. But all right, guys, here we go. We have a lot to go ahead and learn when it comes to tending to, you know, the buzz decreasing. Why? What happened? Oh, I bet there's poop in there. I bet that's why. Hey, and now the squeaker phone is in here, though I don't know, like, do I put that with our snake? I feel like giving Chomper the squeaker phone. Maybe Chomper's good at hissing? I'm gonna need more janitors. I'm gonna need, like, more of everything. This is so exciting. And we're on the search for a Felidae, which would be, in case you don't know, which would be the cats. Who's installing this? Giles. Giles, why are... You know what? I love this. I'm not gonna even worry about it. We're just gonna see the pile of mess on the floor next to the really cool snake and the increasing piles of greenery, the beautiful new ways we can display info, the new little additions that we are starting to create, the fact that there's actually a positive income on our income. My mouth, my jaw, all of it's kind of on the ground about that, not gonna lie. Macrozoology boosts habitat restoration proficiency. Also, you're a bookworm with sea legs, so you're immune to any of the, like, events that might have you feeling a little bit rough at sea. And also a robust janitor who could come over here and learn some fire resistance. Welcome. This is gonna be amazing. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna need to carry on with going on those expeditions to the Lion Lowlands or the far-flung greens and displaying a Felidae exhibit next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye. See, it is kind of cheating to have the animals because maybe I actually have some money. Maybe I need to throw some of these birds at the poor haunted museum.